Hello everybody, my name is AJ and welcome to a series of reviews of Money in the Bank pay-per-views from 2010 to 2017 leading on to 2018's Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which will culminate in a predictions video and a review of it. So yeah. Pretty entertaining, I know, right? But yeah, we're gonna talk about this pay-per-view. We're talking about the first ever Money in the Bank pay-per-view ever, not the first ever Money in the Bank match. But no, the first ever Money in the Bank pay-per-view from 2010. And I watched this today. I just got done watching it. I have my notes right here. I actually did take notes for this. Especially this first match. This first match I took so many notes for. Yeah. But yeah, I just kind of felt like this is something to do, like while leading up to Money in the Bank, while like I'm not for sure like how much I'm going to be really posting on games at the moment. But yeah, I mean obviously I did the crash. Ooh. Is it better now? It looks better now. Obviously I did the crash live stream, and yeah, I enjoyed doing that. I'll probably do that again pretty soon. Don't know when exactly, but hopefully soon. Well, yeah, this is, we're going to be talking about Money in the Bank 2010. Funny thing about 2010, actually, is that, there was 3 Money in the Bank matches there. The 2 that were on this show, and then there was a WrestleMania Money in the Bank ladder match, which was won by Jack Swagger, who is in this card in a pretty big matchup. So, the first match is, the SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match, and it has Big Show, King, Kofi Kingston, Christian, Matt Hardy, Drew McIntyre, and Dolph Ziggler, and Cody Rhodes. Now, I just want to start off by saying just the beginning of tonight's commentary was just horrible. I'm sorry. I have so many notes in here. Oh, not so many. I have notes in here, though, that like talks about how stupid the commentary was. And yeah, so yeah, commentary was not good tonight. And I have actually on here as one of my notes, Matt Striker is bad, because Matt Striker is one of the most generally the reason why he was bad. But yeah, so we start off with the SmackDown. We start off with the SmackDown ladder match, and at first Matt Striker calls Big Show the Giant. Not like this isn't WCW. No one calls him the Giant. They call him the Giant Big Show, or they call him a giant. You know, they don't call him the Giant, at least from what I hear. Maybe they do, and this is like just the first time that I noticed it. But like everyone else on commentary called him Big Show or Show. Matt Striker called him the Giant, and that just bugged me as hell. Another thing, this is basically talking about the entrances. Cody Rhodes is dashing. I was like, whoa! I forgot Cody Rhodes went through that dashing phase. Yeah, it was pretty weird seeing Cody Rhodes, considering that he just sold out All In. Well, not just sold out, he did it like 3 weeks ago, I want to say. But, yeah. As well as Matt Hardy. I was so surprised to see Matt Hardy in this match. I completely forgot that he was even in this match. I was like, oh yeah, who was in this match? And like, I remember the majority of people. But then I heard Matt Hardy's music. I'm like, dude, it's weird seeing old Matt Hardy, you know, not like Woken or Broken or whatever Matt Hardy that we have. And yeah, it was crazy. It was really nice. It was really nice seeing that. It was a nice kind of nostalgic, I guess, feel in a way. Not really nostalgic, just 8 years ago. Drew McIntyre was also in this match. I knew that, but I completely forgot what his music sounded like, and it was pretty nice hearing that again. I like his music. I don't know. I don't think it's the same in NXT, but maybe it is. I haven't watched a Drew McIntyre match in NXT in forever, and he's not even in NXT anymore, is he? He's on the main roster, and I haven't been watching Raw or SmackDown fairly recently. But yeah. So we start the match off, and one of the things that is very evident in the match is. Is that it's Big Show and Kane trying to fight for the ladder and to get the briefcase. And everyone's like, no, you don't get to win. You guys too big. And they say this, they're like, oh, a Giant has never been in a Money in the Bank match before. It's like, yeah, Kane was in the WrestleMania one earlier that year, as well as he was in the first one. He was also in He was also in 2000 and was he in 2009? Yeah, I think he was. But yeah, they said that a giant has never been in the modern day. They might have meant to say the giant, meaning Big Show, but I'm pretty sure I know for sure they said a giant, so that bothered me. It's like, yeah, Kane's been in multiple Money in the Bank title matches. He's a giant. He's a big boy. But the first big spot on the match was Kofi's spot, or at least one of the first big spots on the match. And Kofi's spot, if you guys do not know, it is on the cover actually. If you look at the SmackDown side, it's where Kofi Kingston takes this big leap and crashes on Drew McIntyre. The spot itself is beautiful. I love that spot, but the commentary. Oh my god. Okay, so first thing we have is don't not do this from Jerry Lawler when Kofi Kingston is up there. It's like, what? Don't not do this? That means that you want him to do it. King, like, fucking word. I know, like, King isn't the greatest at commentary nowadays, but, like, still it would be nice to have some effort. I know this is, like, nitpicking. And, but also we had Matt Striker's famous, oh, fucking annoying. Oh my god, I hated that. I hated that when I first watched it, and I hate it now still. We also had Big Show getting buried by a whole bunch of ladders. So that was a really cool spot, actually. And then later on in the match, Kane actually chokeslams Kofi Kingston onto the ladders. But actually, you know what? This points for later on, but I kind of want to talk about it. 2 points actually. First thing is, it was very weird seeing Kofi Kingston without the New Day. I didn't forget that like he didn't have the New Day, obviously, but like it was like weird not seeing him with the New Day, you know. And I forgot how good his music actually was, and I forgot how good of a singles comparator he actually is. As well as Kofi Kingston is the MVP of this match. Him and Dolph Ziggler and Christian take a lot of bumps in this match. And another part, speaking of Christian taking bumps, Christian is on top of the ladder. I believe it is, I'm probably going to get this wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Drew McIntyre. It was right before the spot with Kofi. Tips Christian over, and he does like a big old crossbody to the Big Show, and that was really, really cool. But also really, really dangerous. One of the big things, obviously talk about Big Show, he couldn't climb the ladder, so he had to get out and get his own big golden ladder. I even took a picture of this and put it on my Snapchat story. It's like, it's a big gold motherfucking ladder. I love that ladder. I think that was actually pretty cool. I like that moment. It's kind of like, you know, it set up the rest of the match nicely, and I'm sure it was probably better for the wrestlers to like actually being able to like hold on and be stable, and I had to climb on that freaking small ladder that they have. And then yeah, after all of that, Kane ends up winning by destroying Drew McIntyre. And yeah, I think Kane was a pretty good choice to win this match. I think Kane was a really good choice. Big Show would have been also a decent enough choice, but I think Kane was right for this. He does go on and feud with The Undertaker. Spoilers if you didn't know that, I'm sorry. It's wrestling, so I'm sure you would have gotten spoiled anyways. But yeah, he goes on and feud with The Undertaker. And actually during this match, they said a lot about how like Kane wants to know who injured The Undertaker. And it's like, oh yeah, they had a feud in 2010. And like, while it is forgettable, the matches are actually pretty good. Like Night of Champion 2010 specifically, like that match stands out. I really, really, really like that match. I've actually rewatched it recently. Recently, for me, means like a month ago. So, yeah. After that, we had a backstage interview with Sheamus, the WWE champion, and his promo at first starts off as kind of like snag heel, and then it almost goes into like a face type of a promo where he talks about how. Oh, first thing I forgot to tell you my guys' rating for the first match. I gave it a 7 out of 10. The commentary just really bothered me, but the in-ring action is like really, really, really good. But yeah, that's what makes it a 7 out of 10. But yeah, it almost feels like a face turn promo when he's talking about the Nexus and how like we need to stop them, and then immediately goes back to heel saying that he doesn't respect Cena and blah blah blah. Alicia Fox versus Eve was the next one. I didn't even know this was a match that happened. I didn't even know Alicia Fox was a champion. But yeah, this match was fairly short. I gave it a freaking 6 out of 10. It was okay. I like. There's a nice knee to the back that was basically the finish of the match. Eve Torres tried to do a flip, and Alicia Fox got her knees up. It's nice to see finish. It's nice to see match finish with a big move that's not your finisher. Sometimes it kind of keeps the unexpected. But yeah, it was pretty nice. Yeah, quick match. Alicia Fox won. I don't have really that much more the notes in this match because it was fairly short, and also I was playing the new Pokemon game that came out on the Switch today. I finally downloaded while I was watching the show, so I played it a little bit during. I did it also into the next match, and before I actually get to the next match, there was a promo or a backstage interview, or a backstage clip of Jack Swagger being a dick to his mom, saying I don't care, mom, about how his dad got injured by Kane, and then it just kind of reminded me that, and he did not deliver his lines well, so it just kind of reminded me of how I didn't really like Jack Swagger as a main eventer, and yeah, it was. And then the next match was the Hart Foundation, or the Hart Dynasty, versus the Usos. I was very surprised to see the Usos this early in their career. They had tights, guys. I didn't even know they were around in 2010. I didn't think they came until 2012. Well, yeah, they were around during 2010. I was very surprised to see that. Usos did the usual Uso thing. They use their dad's move. And then there was some really nice back and forth between specifically David Boy Smith and I don't remember which Uso it was, but yeah, the Usos. It was pretty nice seeing that, him trying to lock in the sharp shooter, seeing Davey Boy and Tyson Kidd. Just it makes you sad that Tyson Kidd had to retire because of the Muscle Buster, the Muscle Buster incident, and that Davey Boy left. It would have been kind of cool to see him stick around. Maybe he would have came up more. I don't know why he left. I'm sure he had fairly good reasons to leave. Probably something to do with Cena, just like Alex Riley. But yeah, and also the Ali Oos is a move that I saw. It's where one Oos lifts him up and puts him on the back. I just want to say how nice a move that was, and yeah, it was pretty good. And which is the reasons why, and obviously the Hearts winning the tag titles, and also another thing about the Usos is that they had Tamina Snuka as a manager. That would be kind of cool to see now, but not as a manager, as kind of a stable, as a Samoan stable. But yeah, but those compliments are kind of to where it goes this match to a 5 out of 10. It was fairly short. The back and forth was okay, and if the match would have went another 5 minutes longer, it would have been better. But it just felt rushed, and yeah, it was kind of just eh. The next match we had was Rey Mysterio versus Jack Swagger. Seeing Rey Mysterio as a world champion is always nice to see. For you guys who don't know, he won a Fatal 4-Way in the match where it was supposed to be Undertaker, but I believe it was Big Show, I believe it was Rey Mysterio who took the Undertaker's place in that match, because it was originally going to be CM Punk, Big Show, and Undertaker versus Jack Swagger. But then the Undertaker got injured, so they wrote him off TV, saying that he got attacked. But yeah, Rey Mysterio was in, and yeah, it was nice, and he's seen it. But the promo during this was talking about how Rey injured his ankle because of Jack Swagger keep attacking him. So that was kind of the story throughout the match. It was nice to see. I like Jack Swagger as a wrestler, but not as a good promo worker or main eventer, because his wrestling was really good. There was actually this one move that I really liked seeing. Is Rey's usual, he goes up like that and then he does the bulldog. Jack actually countered that into a German. It was pretty nice to see that. There was actually some pretty good back and forth. It felt like Rey Mysterio kind of carried him a little bit during this match when it came into the ending. There was actually chance for Jack Swagger, surprisingly. And yeah, there was a really cool DDT reversal from the top that I kind of want to talk about. Jack Swagger had Rey Mysterio like this. Rey flipped over and did a DDT. They were on the very tippy top rope, I believe. And yeah, that was pretty cool. And yeah, the match ended when Ray loosened his boot a little bit, and then Jack tried to had him in the ankle lock, and then Ray was able to slip out, kind of like a tribute to Eddie Guerrero when he did that at WrestleMania 20, I believe, against Kurt Angle. And then yeah, it was then Ray hooked him up and beat him 1, 2, 3, and then Jack attacked Rey Mysterio a little bit at the end. Then Kane came out, helped him, and then went away. And then we had our next match, which Kane came back, cashed in Money in the Bank. You guys all know the story. Kane cashed in Money in the Bank. He was the first ever person to do it the same night. And yeah, I mean, it was pretty... I'm okay. First thing I wanted to say, the World Championship match gets a 7 out of 10. It was pretty good. I liked it. It was but I'm not giving a rating to Kane from Kane and Ray because it's unfair. It's a very short match. It was really like attack the knee a little bit, a choke slam, and a tombstone, and then Kane won. So yeah, no rate for that. The next match is Layla versus Kelly. Seeing this kind of reminded me of how I missed Kelly. Actually, she was a pretty decent wrestler. In ring, and it also reminded me that Lay Cool was actually decent as a team, as a unit. And yeah, this match wasn't really anything that special. There's this one point where Kelly was pinning Layla for the win, and then Layla's feet was near the ropes, and Michelle pulled it down. The ref literally saw her do this, but still didn't disqualify her, and that's annoying. And Layla won with a distraction. The next match was the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match. And the first note that I have here is Evan Bourne. I love Evan Bourne. It was nice seeing him. I love his high flying stuff. And yeah, it was just nice seeing Evan Bourne. This match had, for you who don't know, Randy Orton, John Morrison, Evan Bourne, Mark Henry, Edge, Jericho, Miz, and Ted DiBiase. I was very surprised to see Ted DiBiase. I was like, whoa, Ted DiBiase's in this match? What? It's weird seeing Ted DiBiase in here. He shouldn't be in it. It would have been nice to see Wade Barrett from the Nexus be in it or something like that. Someone else better. But to be fair, Ted DiBiase takes a pretty nice debump where he's on the ladder, then they flip it over and out into the ring, and he freaking just crash and burns. It's pretty scary. I thought Edge of Jericho would win the first time I watched this because I was very naive and I did not read internet reviews back then. I watched this 2 years after it happened, and I didn't know Miz won this one. So yeah, it was very shocking seeing the Miz win. But I thought, and I wanted, I didn't want, but I thought Edge of Jericho would win this, and I'm surprised that they didn't. Still to this day, because Jericho was kind of going on I created the match, I should win, and Edge is I'm the best, I should win, and yeah, they kind of had their little thing. But who I think should have won the match is easily the MVP as well of the match is John Morrison. I love John Morrison. He's a great match. He's a great man. He's a great match. That makes complete sense. He's a good man. I love John Morrison. I've always have. I thought he should have won this or won next year's Money in the Bank in 2011 rather than Alberto Del Rio, which we'll talk about next time. But yeah, it's a little hard to watch this and not think damn, so many of these people, and also in the first Money in the Bank match, they had such good potential and they could have won. It's different seeing it 8 years ago. We thought that these guys were going to be the future and these guys are going to be holding the world titles. But people like Kofi Kingston, John Morrison, Ted DiBiase, and Evan Bourne, and The Miz, and who else? Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, and just everyone from both of the matches that were were stars that were built up to be the future. It's they're gone now because now we have people like Seth Roman Dean, Finn Balor, AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, and all of those guys. And yeah, it was really nice to see. But yeah, there's this my favorite part of the match is easily where Mark Henry gets Codebreaker from Chris Jericho, then Edge comes back and spears him. I love that part. I always have. I just really love that moment. Just like seeing Edge just like spear him. I love Edge's like crazy eyes look. So obviously Miz takes the win. I believe he knocked off Jericho, I want to say. Or Jericho or Morrison. I'm not for sure. I know I like just watched it, but like still, like I was like doing stuff on my phone. I was also taking notes a little bit. But yeah, so we're on to our main event, which was a steel cage match. Also, by the way, the Raw Money in the Bank, it's an 8 out of 10. The match, I think it's better because I like the action and more. It had more action. Like yeah, it had the star. Then there was big names like Randy Orton, Edge, and Jericho already are big names, and it had more with the Miz and John Morrison, and yeah. But the Raw main event is Sheamus versus John Cena in a steel cage. This is another match where commentary was not on the good side. We had stuff like commentary kept playing up as if Cena kept playing up as Cena as the fair and square winner of all of his matches, and Sheamus has like the kind of like sneaky win, even though Fatal 4-Way he won it fair and square. In a Fatal 4-Way match, like yeah, Nexus might have gotten involved, but that doesn't matter. It was in the rules. They also like made escaping the cage seem like a coward way out, even though it's probably like the best option to win that match. So that got fairly annoying. This match had some pretty good wrestling. The beginning was pretty exciting, and the ending was pretty good. The middle was kind of just eh. It was just, it's a regular John Cena and Sheamus match. This in the beginning, or in the middle. Obviously, as you guys know, Nexus came out and caused a big old distraction. So then John Cena couldn't win, and then Sheamus fucking won, and yeah, I didn't like it. As I said, I thought Wade Barrett should have been in the Raw Money in the Bank. That would have been a better use of him, or in the SmackDown, he could have won that too. It just felt so forced, especially when they came out. And then like Cena had Sheamus tapping, and then yeah, they came out and they distracted the ref, and then Cena made Sheamus tap, and the ref didn't see it. So then like it kind of like forced feeling bad for Cena, and it's like we don't want to feel bad for Cena. We want to like, we want to see Cena lose at this point in time in 2010. But yeah, and yeah, Sheamus wins. So match of the night is the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match, just by a little bit. But SmackDown one is really, really good too. You guys should watch that. Overall, this pay-per-view is okay. The Money in the Bank matches were very long. They're over 30 minutes each, so they're over an hour long put together. And it just like the other matches were like little lackluster. This match, the main event, gets a 7 out of 10 as well. I don't know if I said that. But yeah, the two world championship matches were okay, and then the two Divas matches were kind of just meh, and the tag match was just yeah. So it's pretty forgettable card when it comes into those three matches, and two fairly memorable Money in the Bank matches with big moments. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Next time I'll be doing 2011. Not gonna be watching it tonight. I do not feel like watching any more wrestling at the moment. I'm gonna be watching The Flash season 4 at the moment, but yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll do a review on it. I don't know when this will be up. Hopefully it's up by tomorrow. Maybe even today. I don't know. Depends on when I upload it. But yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you guys are not subscribed already, and be looking forward to the rest of the Money in the Bank pay-per-views leading up to Money in the Bank 2018. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. See you guys.